What's up, guys? I figured I'd go a little early. That way, just in case they start early or, ooh, that was my mic, by the way. It's my mic arm. I need to put some WD-40 on that thing, I think. Good old WD-40. That's what we need. How is everybody? How is everybody feeling? I've been kind of reading the comments, getting ready, but I've been reading the comments and, I don't know, man. I don't know. What can they possibly do? What attitude do they need to have? Yeah. I really think they just need to come in with an open attitude and not just say, this is the changes we're going to do. Be happy with it. I did also notice that I think in like the Discord somewhere, they said the changes we're making to 2.0 and 3.0. So this is also kind of maybe a changing of the roadmap, possibly. Uh-oh, Joe got put in timeout. Uh-oh, Joe. Oh, thank you for the follower. Thank you for the new follow. Appreciate that. I don't know why that's over my head. It should be over alerts. That should be somewhere else. Why did my camera get blurry all of a sudden? You guys see that? That was weird. I think it's auto-focusing, I think. This is why I need a new camera, Squatchy. Let me fix that real quick. It's a good camera. It just has to be like redialed in each time. So there we go. Okay. It's touchy. Yeah, it gets touchy. Joe, it's all good too. It's just Streamlabs. It's being Streamlabs. So yeah, just kind of, this is going to be interesting. I don't know. Hey, Kitten Ree, Eddie, Brett. So, was watching your Aussie series and got notified about going live. Awesome. Welcome in. Appreciate that on Twitch. So I don't know how I want to do this. I've never done a co-stream like this. I think it's really cool that they're allowing us to stream this on YouTube because some people don't want to watch on Twitch. Some people just don't. So this allows people that want to watch on YouTube to watch on YouTube. And hey, it's all good, Joe. Don't worry about it. It's all it is like saying, hey, it's mainly there for the people that are dropping, like, I had somebody dropping the N-word and stuff like that the other day, and it's like, that's mainly for that kind of stuff. So don't worry about it. You really should scale it back a little bit since we got so many mods in here now. Yeah, that's Streamlabs. So what I'm thinking about doing is just running it, turning my camera off, and I'll talk to you guys in chat. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Like actually like texting in chat. I don't want to talk over them. So I don't want to be like blabbing over the top, trying to respond to you guys. I don't think that's going to be a good way to watch it. Do you guys agree in chat? Do you guys just want to watch it just like you would normally? I'll turn my I turn my ads as low as I possibly could on YouTube. So trying not to have a lot of interruptions on YouTube. So if they get an ad break, then I might run an ad or something like that. But I'm trying to keep ads as low as possible on YouTube so that we don't get like ads on YouTube while they're talking on Twitch. So I'm trying to do that. So what I'm thinking about is just turning my camera off. So it's going to look something like this. So here is like Fubar Prime's page. So I'll turn my camera off like this. I'm going to go full screen like that. Whoop, wrong button, apparently. Holy moly, I'm doing the wrong thing. Okay, I need to click on this and go full screen. So it's going to look like that. And I'm going to shut up and I'll talk to you guys in chat. Does that sound good to you guys? Like I said, I've never done anything like this before. So it's this is kind of all new to me. So just let me know.
It's time to kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I am all out of gum.
Due to the best of your ability, we're all still here for you.
That's what I'm thinking, Dave. I'm thinking about letting it just go. I'll talk to you guys in chat, in our own chat here. And then I will give my reaction at the end. So Twitch is scheduled for 9. Fubar Prime's scheduled from 9 to midnight. I don't know that he's going to go all the way to midnight. Sometimes they don't run their full stream. So I don't know that this is going to be a 3-hour stream. I'm expecting 1 to 2 hours. That's what I'm kind of expecting. So I will give my reaction at the end. Dwayne, what's up? Due to the best of your ability, we're all still here for you. I think that. Thank you, Dwayne, for that. Thank you. That's what I think the best for everybody is for me to run no camera. I don't want to block the screen, and I won't talk. I'll just talk to you guys in chat, and then I'll get my reaction at the very end. My backlight is too strong. Actually, you might be right. My backlight might be too strong, honestly.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell
and
give me
like
a
that. It does kind of look a little better,
blast.
I guess. Huh. Yeah, it does make a difference, doesn't it? Maybe my backlight is too strong. I kind of like that green background, but you might be onto something there. I am not an expert when it comes to lighting and cameras. I'm not an expert at all. Let me get myself... we got 12 minutes. Okay, so I'm good. Joe, welcome to as a Spartan Trooper. Awesome. Thank you for jumping in. Yeah, I bet my backlight is too strong, to be honest. Orion, welcome in. Dark Continent. Hope there's good changes. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if these are going to be small changes, like they're scaling back the storms and the biome badges. Are they going to bring back learn by doing? I mean, this is going to be so interesting. And I will admit they have given us nothing in Discord. Not that I can share anything from the creator Discord. We have to sign an NDA to be a part of that Discord. And so if anybody's ever like talking about what they say in Discord, we can't talk about it. Now they do say, hey, you can talk about this. They will tell us you can share this. And so things I have said about the creator Discord, they've told us we can share. They usually say you can share this publicly. You can share this publicly, but they haven't even said anything in the creator Discord. And I've been combing the forums and even like Fatal and some of the guys that are kind of more loose-lipped about certain things with the company, even they've been pretty tight-lipped. So I don't know. I'm going to move that alert. That is like right. Let's put it over here. Yeah, that's like blocking my pretty mug. Thank you for the follow. Awesome. Bam. Appreciate that. Does anybody know what the update on console is about? As far as I can tell, from what the devs said, it is basically to fix the pimp hat on Xbox. A lot of people were losing their minds about a 10 gig update. I don't think it was a 10 gig update. I think you just had to re-download the game possibly or something like that. But it was to fix the pimp hat on Xbox. The Xbox players, Microsoft, were not able to get the pimp hat. Even like if they did the Twitch drops and all that stuff. So that's what I heard. I think there were some other small fixes. So while this is my first stream I'm viewing, me and my dad have been watching your vids for years. Oh, awesome. That's cool. It's why I try to keep things somewhat PG/PG-13, because I know there's a lot of families and father sons, mother sons, all that kind of stuff, mother daughters, dad daughters, whatever, that watch my content. So I try to keep things that way. I try. I'm keeping my hype and hope low. I'm keeping my hype and hope low. Okay, I read that wrong. Okay, your hype and the hope is low. Okay. Tabby, welcome in. Hello. How are you? Oh my God, Dwayne's gifting more memberships. Dwayne, you're a freaking legend.
I'm about to go down to Taco Bell and give me a blast.
Wow. Thank you, Dwayne. Who got the memberships? Hopefully they decrease the render distance on console. I know that is an issue. The boxes look so blurry and stuff. Tabby got a membership. Hey, Rat's here. Did I miss Rat coming in? There you are, Rat. Maybe I thought I saw you. V activated V. Steven Higgins. Invis Unicorn. All got memberships. Awesome. I don't see this going very far. Yeah. So with those memberships, and I meant to say this last night with all the gift memberships that Dwayne did, you can now watch the members only series. I think I'm up to episode 4 or 5 right now. I'm out of town this weekend, so I won't be able to record anymore. I really wanted to record more, but I will get more out there, I promise. Death is Stalking, Evening Spartan. Hey, what's up? Welcome in on Twitch. And so, yeah, the whole point of this is if you guys want to watch this stream on YouTube with the community, chill out, chill with here. I'm going to be having the stream here, the dev stream up in a minute. I'm going to get rid of my camera and I'm going to shut up and we're going to watch the dev stream together. I will talk to you guys in chat, on YouTube chat and Twitch chat. I'll try to be on both. We'll chat back and forth.
Spartans!
And at the very end, I'll give my reaction, and I'll listen to you guys' reaction too. We'll kind of react together, see how we feel. Maybe we'll cry together, maybe too. Maybe we'll cry a little bit together. Whatever happens. Let me refresh his page just to make sure. Yeah, he's not live yet. As soon as he go live, though, I will switch over and we'll pull up Fubar's Twitch. They have given me permission to do this on YouTube, so they know that a lot of people, there are some people out there that don't have Twitch or don't like to watch Twitch, so they've given some of us creators the opportunity to do this on YouTube. So modders make it so much better. Yeah, I mean, I got to agree with that. I think the modders are amazing, and I've talked, spoken to, gamed with several of the modders in the modding community. Say that 10 times. Modders in the modding community. And they're all really cool. They're all super, super cool. So Bigfoot whoop, Hourglass. I will turn those down just a hair so we're not interrupting their stream too much. The suspense is driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts too. It's driving me nuts too. History shows they'll be 20. Oh man, if they're 20 to 30 minutes late, you guys are going to have to stare at my mug for 20 to 30 minutes more. Venom got me hooked on Undead Country. Man, that is a good mod. That is a really good mod. Is that, what's the one that Subquake does? That's not Undead Country, is it? God, what is the one is Subquake, does he do the Undead Country? That's a really good mod. Which one's I can't think of it off the top of my head. That might be the one that Subquake does. And he's been posting videos on his YouTube channel, I'm sorry, about the mod, all the updates he's doing and stuff like that. So looks really freaking good. Undead Legacy, that's it. Undead Legacy, thank you. Undead Legacy, Undead Country. Yeah, Undead Legacy is freaking good. One of the best mods. I haven't made any content on it because every time that I want to, there's always like other creators, like kind of like Escape from Tarkov and stuff like that. I mean, and Escape from Tarkov, I said, screw it, I'm making content on it because it was so good. But Undead Legacy, as soon as he gets that out for 2.0, I want to jump into that. Steven, good to be here. Glad you're here. I'm playing Darkness Falls. Which version? Are you playing 1.4, like the past version, or are you playing the new version? I don't know that Kane has released the new one for 2.0. Sometimes he does kind of an experimental release. Sometimes. But 4 minutes. Let me just refresh his page real quick. That's why I wanted to get here a little bit early just to make sure that I don't miss anything. And what they're going to do is they're going to roll a stream starting soon screen, probably. So we got a little bit of time, I think, before this really starts. 1.4 on a server. Yeah, 1.4 was awesome. Darkness Falls. That was a great one. And play it with the Super Cities map, the Mega Cities map. Wow, you talk about an experience. getting murdered. I love that there's like traders like in the sewers and stuff, like underground. There's like mini traders and stuff like all over the place. Why did they change the hunting rifle design? I don't know. Oh, Project Z. Yeah, Project Z is really good. I know Venom is doing a playthrough on that right now. It looks like a very Z-Bark did that one, and very, very well done. As far as the hunting rifle, I don't know. That's a great question. The changes that the module just started make so much sense to the new store. Which one did he just start? I know he is playing like a Storms, like an updated Storm mod. I didn't see what mod he's playing. Rebirth update got pushed back due to making the Storm mod with Joodle. Oh, okay, yeah. Izzy's hunting rifle is 10 times better. Yeah, I am loving Izzy's guns. I'm playing that on Outback Roadies right now, and I haven't got, I've crafted every gun that I can so far, but I haven't got my hands on a lot of guns. But the guns that I have got my hands on in Izzy's pack are really good. Like, why can't they just buy that from Izzy? Like, pay Izzy and just get those guns and put them in vanilla. I don't know. Hey Spartan, I'm curious, do you know other 7 Days to Die YouTubers like Cap and Glock? I have met Cap in person. I've talked to him several times over Discord and Twitter, or X, I'm sorry. He's a good dude. I'd say he's exactly like he is on videos. We talked a long time at Horde Fest. Good dude. I've never met Glock. We've messaged back and forth on X a couple times. Mainly about, I came across somebody on TikTok stealing his content. So I sent him a, like, hey, this guy's using, and so he was like, thanks. And we kind of, chatted back and forth, but yeah, Cap's good dude. Wayward Echo, I'm good friends with him. I like that guy a lot. He's exactly how he is too. Good dude. He's invited me to some of his collabs and stuff like that. And I've invited him into some of mine. So good dude. Let's see. Spartan, you should make one of those bingo sheets for predictions. Oh, that's a good idea. Somebody come up with a bingo sheet real fast. Actually, how about a drinking game? We'd probably all be drunk by the first 30 minutes, probably. Whatever we come up with. I like the bingo game idea. That's a good idea. Glock 9 follows all gamers back. Yes, he does. I used to, until it's hard to tell who's gamers and not. And I started following all the graphic designers back, and then they message you like, hey, thanks for the follow. Would you like some free graphics designs? And you're like, no. So kudos to him for doing that. Cap is a fun guy to play golf with your friends with. I love golf with your friends. How optimistic are you about this, Spartan? I guess, what is that saying? Hope for the best, expect the worst. Is that, I don't know. I really am. I want to be optimistic. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. I want to give them a chance. I really do. So I just don't know. I'm going into this with a pretty open attitude. I want to listen to them, listen to their ideas. I mean, he is live. Let me jump over. Why does that look so weird? Okay, here we go. Let me jump over here. Okay, we're going to F11 this. So we go full screen like that. All right, so I can do this. So there's two different things I can do. I can either do this, or I can get rid of the chat and do this, if you guys want. You guys tell me whatever you want. If you guys want to see the chat going crazy, I can do that. Or we can run like this. So you guys tell me either way you want to do it. So let me get out of here. I didn't know Joel had a Twitch account. I didn't know that. So you guys tell me what you want to see. So, and sound will be running. There's no sound right now, is there? Or is there sound? Oh, there is. Let me turn on. I guess I could put my headphones on to hear. You know what? Because I have it muted. That's why. You guys want full screen? I'll do full screen. Okay, for some reason I don't have stream sound. Let me fix that real quick. Okay, you guys should have sound for it now. So you guys can hear the music now that Boobar is playing. So no chat. Okay, I'm seeing no chat. Full video, no chat, full screen. Okay, we're gonna do full screen. Okay. I will do full screen. This is how it's gonna look then. And I'll try to adjust volumes as much as I can. So sound is okay. I hear it. Okay. And it's really quiet because it's this music, so I don't want to crank it too loud. So you guys, I'll turn up just a little bit. There we go. So, and like I said, whenever he starts, guys, whenever they start talking, I'm going to shut up and I'm going to jump in chat. So I will be talking to you guys in chat. What is this? Why do I have an ad? I don't want this ad. How do I get rid of this ad, guys? I don't know. Twitch and their ads, man. Oh, chat can be opened in full screen mode. I didn't know that. Okay. I don't know how to get rid of this ad. I guess you just got to leave it there. I guess. I don't know. I don't know much about Twitch. Hey, Spartan, I'm going to head out for a bit. I'm placing 7 Days to Die. Probably a good idea. Probably a good idea to go play 7 Days to Die instead of this, probably. So, and I did say this earlier, I turned my ads on the lowest possible setting for YouTube, so I'm hoping the ads won't interrupt your guys' experience. Twitch, I cannot control the ads. If you guys are watching me on Twitch, I cannot control the ads, but YouTube, I turn them down as low as I possibly can, so hopefully you guys' experience doesn't get interrupted. Like, it'd be bad if I'm playing an ad and they're not, so I bet 3,000 Sparties that they won't start until 9:24. You might be right. See, this is why I go live. Like, say I start at 9, I go live at 8:55. That way I'm live at 9. I don't go live at 9 and then make everybody watch a starting screen. Like, I don't know. That's just what I do. If this town hall goes south, we're going to start a Legacy series. Everybody's going to be playing Legacy. Everybody. That's great. Man, this, like, it's so weird. There's, like, I just want to make sure that it's working, but it is working. Okay. Yeah, Storm's insta-kill. Yeah, watch they go the complete opposite direction what we think. Watch, they're like, screw you guys. If you go into a biome that has a storm, you're instantly dead. And biome badges now cost 100,000 dukes. So, and we're gonna lower the loot caps even lower. So all you're gonna get is like tier 1 pipe weapons until you get 100K. Then you can buy a biome badge to go to the burnt biome. you watch, they're gonna stick it to us somehow. They're like, screw you guys. We already got all of our money. You already bought the DLCs. Here's your finished game. Oh, man.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
Someone needs to make a mod to fix their issues. Jawudo's getting a lot of love in chat. I guess I need to pull up. Yeah, I can't see their chat, but I guess I could pull it up on my phone. I guess I could do that. Or I could pull it up in my other window here. I'll pull it up in my phone. How about that? That way I can see, I can monitor their chat. Usually their chat is like too freaking crazy. So there we go. Okay, now I can see their chat. I'll just say something in there too. Let's go. Let's say that. I'm watching an ad. Literally watching an ad right now on my phone. Look how fast that chat is rolling. Oh my God. I know you guys can't see that, but oh my God. I missed a bunch of the alphas. I went from Legacy on Xbox One to 1.0, so I think I'm gonna try all the alphas I missed. Yeah, you should. Go back. I'll turn my camera back on so you can see me. Or waiting. Yeah, I think you should. I know Rat Dog and I were talking just the other day, like, just going back, maybe the furthest we can go back on Steam is 8, Alpha 8. So, and I think Rat Dog has already went back to 8. But it'd really be cool to go back and check out all the alphas we possibly can. There used to be a mod that let you, used to be a mod that lets you play Alpha 1. Like they had the version saved and you could play Alpha 1, but I don't know if it's still around. I haven't found it for a while. Man, it seems like you've grown so much recently. I feel like it was just a couple of months ago when Venom recommended you, and I feel you were under 20K. Yeah, it's, I'm trying to remember when I hit 20K. It wasn't too long ago, I feel like it. So yeah, that's probably about right. It's kind of goes, you know, peaks and valleys. You know, you get big peaks, you know, where 1 month you get 1,000 to 2,000 subs, and then you ride a valley where you get, you know, just a couple hundred subs. But you have to ride it. It's like being on a boat and riding the waves. Like you have your course set, you have your compass set, you stay on that course, and that's the best way I can really do it. You just ride them, ride the waves. Alpha 16 was the best. Yes. Alpha 16. I'm excited, man. So yeah, let's do some Alpha 16 this Sunday. I think that was the best. Legacy was good, but Alpha 16 fixed a lot of the issues that Legacy had, meaning like the crashes, added more zombies. It did make the learn by doing system better, in my opinion. So Alpha 16, I think, was best. And then 17 just wiped everything away. So Sit 5 memberships, Nick. You MVP. Who got him? MBV got him. AVG. All these acronyms. Pascal. Tammy. Thank you for the super chats. Wow. Thank you guys. Great video today. Thank you. Thank you, Mr. St. Jake. Appreciate that. Man, they are really taking a long time to start, aren't they? Who called 724? Who was that? Was that Tammy that said that? John, what's up? Welcome in.
Hey, everybody.
Oh, I'm going to shut up now.
So, welcome in. This is our Storms Brewing 2.0 town hall. I'm joined by, of course, wow, is it lagging? Okay, there it goes. Anyway, I'm joined by Richard and Joel Hunick, the co-founders, and of course, I'm Lathan, one of the senior developers. I do want to say one thing real quick about the drops. Everything should be good now as far as syncing up. Xbox, I know there was a problem before, but we fixed that, so everything should be good now as far as that goes. Someone wanted me to make sure to say that, so I got that in. But now we're going to go ahead.
Get it done.
But now we're going to go ahead and let Rick take over. Go ahead, Rick.
All right. Hey, how you doing, everybody? Welcome to the first ever TFP Stream 2.0 Town Hall. We're here tonight to talk about what we could do better with 2.0. We want to thank you all for all the feedback that you've been giving us. And, we wanted to let y'all know that we're listening. The team has been reading feedback from Reddit, forums, social media, influencers, and singled out a number of topics that we think we could do better on. 2.0, we tried a few new things, and some of it went well, some of it could be better. And to that end, we're going to get into some details in the stream. We're also going to get into some details of some point release updates between 2.0 and some 3.0 stuff. So let's dig in. Let's get going.
Okay, so everybody, I'm gonna be kind of asking some questions to the guys. Actually, I think one of them you have me answering it too. So, but I'm gonna try to ask questions to them to kind of feed this along. But we're gonna start with so why did we put in loot stage caps? Joel, take her away.
All right. Well, thinking ahead as part of the 4.0 story update, we wanted to guide the player to facilitate the story and encourage the player to explore other biomes and the entire world. After listening to the community and examining the system, we agreed this is not needed and removed it for the next patch. The game already has loot biome bonuses and POI loot bonuses per tier, so there is already incentive to explore the world and move on.
Cool. Okay. Well,
those are gone. Those worried about the loot stage caps, they're gone. There's only the bonuses.
Yep.
Okay. So here, and actually, I've been told that you're just a little loud, so I'm just going to turn you down real quick, just a hair. Okay, so now let's go ahead and talk about the biome progression. So kind of the same thing, why did we put in the biome progression? Let's go with Richard this time.
So biome progression was needed to pave the way for the final story and bandit implementation. Albeit we think we can do a more open-ended sandbox version that we have in mind, which we'll get into in a little bit. So that's really why we did it. We to tell a story, you need a solid guided way to get to that story, and if it's all open-ended, you can't facilitate the story because of the conditions in programming.
Yeah. Okay, man, you're flying through these really fast. Okay, so can we make biome progression work with sandbox play? Joel, what do you think?
Oh, well, here's what we're doing. The biome challenges are going to be changed so that the biomes can be unlocked in any order to promote sandbox gameplay. So you can go straight to the wasteland and go and do that challenge first if that's something you feel like doing. Biomes are still going to have increased difficulty in order of the pine forest, burnt forest, desert, snow, and then the wasteland. And we're also keeping the option to turn off biome progression.
Okay.
So
go ahead.
we can do that. We can do that, and it still facilitates a story mode, if you will. It won't break it.
And everyone, keep in mind. So we've always thought of this as having a mode. We would have our story mode and then also a sandbox mode, which we're going to talk a little bit about later. That's always been, yeah.
Yeah, we got some exciting news coming.
I'm not trying to jump ahead, but I just want you all to know that that's always kind of been in our mind as we do these things. We've always kind of had that plan where, hey, we hope to have just a straight sandbox mode.
So we all wanted to speak to that a little bit. We all wanted to enjoy a story mode with the 4.0 update, but we also want to acknowledge that the sandbox way is a fun way to play, nomadic, and we had 16 alphas that did not have quests, and so we'll get into that later, as Lathan said, but
definitely. I just wanted to touch on it just a little bit because we were talking about sandbox a lot, so
we are.
Let us move on to the next question. So can we make biome progression more immersive and realistic? Let's start with Joel on that one.
Badges? We don't need no stinking badges.
You really did it. I didn't think you were going to do it. Okay.
I had to do it, so
it's fine.
The badge idea. So we're going to do away with the badges, but let me get to that after we talk about it a little bit. The badge idea came from the mindset that we didn't want players to have to swap out armor or clothing items whenever they wanted to go to a different biome. The Barbie dress-up game was just, I've done it in ARK and other games, and it just wasn't something we wanted to do. So we're trying to find another way around that. The thought was to give the player a generic item that wouldn't be a piece of gear. So by learning all about the biomes and completing their challenges, you were essentially earning a scout badge. So what we're going to do is badges are going to be changed to various survival kits to have a more immersive theme, and they will include different themes of personal protective equipment. So, names and objects are a little subject to change, but the general idea right now is, smoke survival kit for the burnt forest. You're going to have a firefighter respirator, and that'll be an actual item you equip onto your avatar into the character menu, or you could probably drop it onto your character and it'll go into it. It'll just be an icon. There won't be a physical thing you see, but you're going to actually have an item that you craft and place on your character to combat the smoke effect. And an interesting gameplay element there is, when you die, that's going to be removed from your character and you won't have immunity to that biome anymore. So getting your stuff back, you might be prepared by having a smoothie, which is going to be changed to another item. We'll get to that. Or a backup firefighter respirator, on your motorcycle. So preparation will be rewarded.
The last stage of the challenge would allow you to craft the item, and it would also allow you to craft one for your friend who joins, so that he wouldn't have to go through the biome immunity challenge himself if he didn't want to. So you can keep your playing with your friends better.
Yeah. But I think there's going to be some more interesting gameplay with how we're going to change it. And then in the desert, you'll craft a heat survival kit, and it'll look like something like a bandana and a hat and sunglasses, and that'll negate the ambient heat hazard found throughout the desert biome. It won't protect you against, none of these will protect you against the storms, but they will give you protection against the default biome negative effects. And then cold survival kit, it's kind of like one of them full balaclava, I guess you call it. I don't know how to pronounce it even, but one of them winter masks and some snow goggles. And then we'll have a radiation survival kit, and that's going to look like a biohazard mask with filters. And then the player model will not show any of these items, but you'll have an icon and the description of it, and it'll be an object that you craft. The new biome survival kits will become craftable unlocks. I guess Rick just covered that. I'm just going through the notes here, make sure we don't miss nothing.
And I can show it real quick, but it's going to show the old icons. So we have not switched the icons, but if you guys want, I can show kind of what it's going to look like on the character frame.
Yeah, if you want to show that, it's a work in progress, and the icons haven't been changed in names, but we are actively working on this plan that we think will make the biome progression and other aspects better. Yeah.
So as you can see, you'll have the 4, but they will have the correct. Do I need to turn up my volume? Okay, here. There you go. So they'll have the 4 new icons, so they'll be kind of realistic items, but they will be still kind of swapped up here. So you'll be able to hold all 4 of them. I'm very quiet, man. Okay, hold on. What about now? Is that better? Can you hear me? Okay. Better. Okay, good. So like I said, there's really not that much to show everybody. It's a very work in progress, but you can see all 4 are here. You'll be able to take them out now and put them back in. Obviously, they will not have these icons. They will not be badges anymore, but you will have a crafting recipe for them when you unlock them. So,
yep. Anyway. So no more going to the trader. You can just craft one and you're unlocked.
Yes, you can drop them to friends.
It's not even an unlock. You're only immune when you're wearing the item. So
yes,
protective gear.
Okay, so yeah. That's basically it. I don't have anything else to show in game because, like Richard said, there's very little right now. It's still work in progress. So we'll show some other things, but let's move on to the next thing. Can you create something more immersive than smoothies and give them a later game use? Joel, I'm going to let you do that one.
Yes, we can. So all the biome hazard reducers, they're going to reduce physical storm damage by 50%. So there'll always be a use for these. And we're going to rename like the burnt smoothie will now become a black lung serum. It's going to use the injectable animation that we have. That's really cool. So you'll inject this when you're experiencing smoke damage and want to relieve yourself. So that's going to that's how we're doing that. The Oasis smoothie is going to be called the Sunstroke Tonic, and beat sunstroke with hydrating electrolytes. That's the description we've got so far. Frostbite smoothie is now going to be Scorcher Stew, which is a fiery mix of meat, spice, and survival grit. One bite and you'll forget you're freezing. And then the Atomic smoothie is going to be called Fallout Flush, and the needle stings and the Geiger counter goes quiet. So these are all, and that one's going to be an injectable too. The other two will probably be drinks that you, or one of the a bowl of stew, a drink, and a couple injectables is what we're moving to on these.
Oh, hey, wait. There's something we didn't answer in the last thing that I just saw a question about it. We are taking away the linear order of it, so you can now go directly to the Wasteland if you want.
We mentioned that.
We did? Yeah. Okay, so someone said something about it.
So
you could go straight to the Wasteland now.
Oh, okay. Good. Okay, never mind. We did cover it. You just weren't listening.
So there's a sandbox choose your own adventure order to that now.
Okay. So here now, let me go ahead back to my notes. Okay. So can we make storms do more than just damage the player and put the player in timeout and add more immersion? How about, you know what, Joel? How about we have you answer this one as well?
Okay, so yes, what we're going to do there is each biome storm is going to have 2 stages. Stage 1 will have a unique debuff per biome, which will be appropriate, like coughing with smoke, or you're getting cold in the snow biome, you're overheating. In the desert, we're basically bringing back proper weather survival. Paired with this, so paired with a unique debuff. So after you start getting cold, so to speak, and with a cold debuff, and then after you've been out in the cold too long, you'll start taking physical damage like the current 2.0. So in the burnt forest will be smoke inhalation, desert will be sunstroke, snow would be frostbite, and the wasteland would give you radiation sickness. All these debuffs increase over time when you're outdoors in the storm. All the stage 1 debuffs recover over time when you're sheltered, escaping to a different biome or outdoors, or when the storm is over. We're reducing storm damage to encourage getting out into the storms more. It's probably still going to be pretty rough in the wasteland, but the burnt forest will be the least hard to survive in, and each biome will get a little nastier. We're considering giving a greater chance for storm zombies to drop loot bags to give the brave players a risk-reward option during the storms. We're considering adding mild storms that only do stage 1 debuffs. So there'll be heavy-duty storms, and then there would be milder storms that just do the stage 1 weather effects, which we haven't really revealed what they are yet, but they're going to be more realistic and in tune with what you guys would expect. And then we're also considering adding back some of the better weather touches, including campfires and torches will slow down the cold debuff. Being in water or rain will accelerate the cold debuff. Being in water or rain slows down the heat debuff. And we're keeping the option to turn off storms.
We're also, Sean's been working on storm duration frequency to make it a little shorter and friendlier, and additionally putting in, we're working on some options to decouple storm duration and storm frequency, potentially store damage in game options in a future patch.
Yep.
Okay. So next question. Can we make storm gear or mods to survive better in storms? Actually, I like calling on Joel for a lot of these. Joel, go ahead.
All right. So yes, we can. I think we're going to. We haven't decided 100%, but we do want to bring some items back that will help combat this stuff. So we're thinking insulation mods and possibly tiers of those that will increase the amount of time that you can be out in a storm during stage 1. And these new mods can only be equipped in the chest slot, which prevents stacking. And alternative, we're talking about, maybe even bringing back clothing items that you won't really see them, but it'll be an icon and a description, so there could be tiers of clothing possibly that you could find, and you equip that into your armor. So you could find maybe like a hat, a beanie to go into your helmet, long underwear to go under your armor, warm socks, gloves, etc. Basically, clothing kind of like we used to have, and I think that would make the looting of the laundry baskets and washing machines a lot more interesting too. And I'm always needing more cloth. Scrap it if you don't need it, just like the old game. So we're talking about that and seeing how that can work. So that's it on that.
Okay, so can we make more options to control storms in the menu? I guess I
jumped ahead and covered that one already. Yeah, we're working on adding a couple menu options: storm frequency, storm duration, maybe storm damage, in a new expanded menu that gives us a lot more options. We're going to do some big things to the menu for a lot of game control options, simulations options, which are super important to players. I mean, part of our whole thing was like we thought not everybody's going to like storms. Okay, well, let's allow them to turn them off. Not everybody's going to like biome progression. They want to play sandbox, and we turn them off. But we're going to continue down the path of more control and more facilitate story mode, facilitate sandbox mode there.
Cool. Okay, so can you make the new enemies fit better into the 7 Days lore? How about we go back to Joel on this one?
So yes, we've already started on that, and we're modifying the Plague Spitter to fit our kind of central Arizona lore with a Native American looking Indian. And if you guys haven't noticed, a lot of our bandits are Native American, so it's really going to tie in well with the fact that there's a lot of bandits.
The game is set in central Arizona where there's the Apache. So we're pulling it back into that lore.
Yeah, so we're kind of leveraging what we've been talking about. You've all seen the painting of the Duke in the game, and he's a Native American. So we want to start working more on that. And that was kind of coming with the Bandit update. But I thought, well, why not make this Plague Spitter kind of tie into that? So we've got a new model for him. I don't know.
I'm showing it.
You're showing it right now.
You're saying it. Yeah.
Cool.
Work in progress.
And then we're also doing the Frost Claw to kind of look more like a lumberjack or like a mountain climbing mountain man badass guy. I don't know if we're showing him today yet or not, but that's
we're not showing him quite yet. But
he's still we're working on him. I don't want to show him and then have him change and everybody go, oh, he was perfect or he sucks. I don't know. Anyway, we'll show them when they're done. But rest assured, they look like zombies and special infected, and they're not too fantasy, So we listened to your feedback and got to thinking about it, and we agreed. So we're getting those redone. Hope you all like it.
Okay, next question. Can you spawn less of the new enemies in the desert and snow biomes? I'm going to take this one, apparently. Yes, we can. No, we're gonna lower the rates, and then we're gonna make the challenges, not expect as many. That was a really simple question. That is all. Okay, so next, let's see. So, actually, Rick, do you want to talk about this part? I mean, this is kind of. Go ahead.
We've got a number of topics beyond 2.0 that could cover some things people have wanted. Some previous, some requests recently. It could get into a little bit of stuff that's like, earlier builds that, we thought we'd bring back or make better to the feedback we've been receiving. So the first thing, in this, we've been working on a third-person camera for a while, and we wanted this option to play the game for quite some time. And so Lathan has a video that he can show. Oh, it's playing.
Yep.
So this is showing that you can aim right or left shoulder. You can't cheat and shoot around a corner. It refuses it there. You'll see how it reacts to tight spaces and dynamically. Here, coming up here, you'll see some of that type of thing with the third-person camera here. You can see how the camera closes in because it knows it's tight, and here's an even lower area there. Being able to loot things, iron sights, all the bells and whistles needed to truly support third person. So, a lot of requests came for that. And recently, even actually the last year or two, we've heard quite a bit of that. So that's going in a point release before 3.0. The next topic is a lot of requests have come from tinting, and I'll let Joel talk about that.
So tinting is coming back. We just didn't have time to do it, but we're committed to it now. So we're going to bring back tinting for the player clothing or armor, so players will be able to have improved customization. And if all goes well, no promises, but we'll even do makeup, hair, and beards.
Yeah.
So it should be really cool.
So you'll be able to put your colors back on, everybody. So show your style.
In our frenzy to get a 1.0 done for all formats, it sort of got overlooked. We didn't purposely take it out; it just got overlooked, and we were
with
like,
a whole new system, it just didn't exist, and it had to be coded in and implemented, and there's a lot of art support to do it right. So we've already been working on it, and so it's happening.
So we have another feature. It's in the game already. It's not turned on. It's called flat spot code. Well, what is flat spot code? Well, the game pre-caches and looks up eligible spots in the world that are 16 by 16 or 32 by 32 meters that are flat. And what does that do for us? Well, it allows us to look up and find better positioned dig quests, airdrops, and allow us to do more unique quest types in those areas, like dynamic events, more sandbox events in the game. So we can spawn something. We can spawn an oil rig where you have to go do a defense quest. We can spawn, but we're going to turn that on for flat spot for dig quests and airdrops, so they never end up like in weird spots, like on top of a house or on a road and things like that. And it is going to pave the way for additional quest types and dynamic event types in the game. It's something we've been working on behind the scenes. We work on a lot of stuff behind the scenes we don't share as much, but obviously I think more transparency would go a long ways, and that's what this is about, this whole session with you guys. I'll take the next one too. We've had a lot of requests for a colorblind option, so we're looking into icons over zombies' heads or something like that, with the colored zombies that would allow, and other bells and whistles that could come with supporting things for colorblind people.
More accessibility options. Yes.
Yes. The next topic is more weapons. Everybody wants more weapons. Rare legendaries. I'm going to let Joel get into that.
So that's something I've had designed for years, but we're finally, getting to a position where we can pull the trigger on this, and I'm really excited about it. But we've heard a lot of people saying the game needs more weapons, so we're wanting to make rare legendary drops that have unique names, skins, special attributes, and these items would not be craftable. So it gives you a reason to keep looting, keep playing the game, and you could find some really cool, unique weapons late game. And I think I think everybody can relate to this when I say, kind of once you get all your purple gear, you're kind of done. So this is I think it's going to add a lot of legs to the game, adding in legendary weapons and armor and tools. So something we're pretty excited about.
Paired with that, we want to add in a game option for perma degradation, where Joel, why don't you cover that one too? I'm going to pick on you.
Well, once you got that purple weapon, there's no reason to keep playing for a lot of players. They just, unless you've got a really cool castle you're building, there's just like, well, I got the best gear, I don't know what to do now, so I'm done. Start over, play something else. So we want to put in perma degradation as a player option. If it's not for you, don't turn it on. But I'm kind of hardcore, and I think I'm personally going to enjoy it. And so all those parts that you're looting, or maybe your purple one's about to wear out. Well, the green one that you still have from earlier, it's going to come into use. I'm going to use that as my backup gun. So, having your items degrade, maybe not for everybody, but I think it's going to definitely add a little more tension to the game to where you're always, it's going to slow down the power curve a little bit. I think that makes it interesting. And, it gives people a reason to kind of keep going too. And pair legendaries in with that, it's really going to be fun. So
the next topic, we've had a lot of folks say, put the sand back in the sandbox, make this game a survival game again. We had 16 alphas that were all sandbox, and you guys, have abandoned your roots. We love to support sandbox. We have basically kind of two versions of the game. We're moving towards where you would pick sandbox or story mode, and we want to truly support sandbox, similar to some of the previous older alphas. So we're discussing some game options to turn quests on and off, turn trader selling on and off, turn adjust food abundance, water abundance, ammo abundance, med abundance, weapon and parts abundance, more difficulty settings, advanced difficulty settings, allowing damage given and damage received to be adjusted separately, along with, we may solicit the community for additional sandbox options they would really like to see in the game. An expanded new menu will allow us to kind of go nuts with game options there.
Bigger backpacks.
Bigger backpack. Hell yeah.
Now keep in mind, everybody, this is not a finalized list. Do not be writing this down and saying, hey, this is exactly what they're going to put in. We're just giving examples of things that we could put in. So nothing is set in stone. They're just ideas. But a lot of those sound like easy to do things that we would like to do because, like Rick said, we want you to be able to customize your experience. That's always been the plan with Sandbox. So
I had a lot of fun Alpha 1 through 16, and I've had a lot of fun Alpha 17 to 2.0, and we realize there's a lot of diverse tastes in the style of game you want to play here. So we're attempting to accommodate and make as much of the audience happy about what we're doing as possible. So to that end here, let's get into the next topic. We want more stations in the game. Joel, what are we thinking there?
Well, we've had a lot of requests about adding more stations to the game, and it's funny because I was reading in the chat one of the actual items that's coming. And here's some new stations we're considering, and I've got designs done for, but we're looking at an apiary, bee farm, so you can make honey, because you're always getting infected, and I think it's something every player would love to craft. And and there's going to have 3 upgrade slots to it, just like the other workstations. And then the next up, so we want to do a chicken coop so that you can have a passive supply of eggs and feathers. And that'll have mod slots as well to improve functionality, performance, all those things. And then the other one we're considering is like an electric or industrial stove so that you can cook way faster and more stuff at once.
So obviously, there's probably more station types we might consider. We might even ask the community, what do you guys want? We're willing to, maybe you want a fort repair station or something like that. So the possibilities are considerable. So let's get into a little bit about 3.0. What's coming to 3.0. We've done considerable work towards bandits. Some of the AI pathing has been worked on. We have 12 game stage bandit models that are in. Most of them are like 90% done, but have a substance designer pass done to them. There are some where
marks are working, where they're yelling at you and communicating with you in combat.
Yeah. So we're working on designing them with progressive inventory and capabilities, including melee, ranged, thrown items like grenades, Molotov cocktails, and self-healing. We will be supporting fetch and clear quests, but we are really hoping to get in something we're super excited about. We've never told the community. So if you're in this call, you're one of 7,600 people that get to know this right now. We want to do a new quest type called Blow Up the Building, and where we've been working on a stability system where the blocks are grouped into larger sections and fracture. And Lathan is going to show you a video of an early video of blowing up a building. The particle effects are placeholder, but this gives you an idea. This is going to facilitate a much faster experience for destroying a building, and so we're super excited about that quest type. You go in, you plant several charges, and then you go out and you hit a detonator. And who doesn't want to do that in a game with bandits? I mean, really.
And regular destruction will use the new system too. So
Yeah.
if the zombies knock your fort down, instead of a bunch of little pieces falling straight down, you'll have these organic collision chunks falling and tumbling.
We'll be adding improved VFX, debris meshes, improve how terrain is augmented when it falls, and all of that to wrap this up nicely. We've been dreaming about that quest type for a long time.
Yes.
I think we've been talking about it for a decade, maybe.
Feels like it.
Yeah. Well, it's been a decade. I think we've been talking about it for a long time. We could, I don't know if there's additional kind of questions we could field, but I think we've kind of got through a majority of what we wanted to cover tonight.
The only problem is, everybody, your questions flow down the screen. So it's hard for us to pick your questions out. And so that's why we kind of had this list of questions that we were, trying to answer in this order. So, I mean, we could try, but I don't know if it's just going to be them spamming questions.
Yeah. I don't know if I can slow down the slider.
Yeah.
Blow up Megaton. I read that.
It will be Tenpenny Tower brought down only legit. It's not smoke and mirrors. It really happened. Hell yeah. You can't do that in Fallout.
I'm looking at it, and I can't get one question out. Fishing. I still think we might. I don't know. We'll see on that one. I've always wanted that, but
discuss new weapons. Somebody said that. So part of that, legendary could be augmented, consist other weapons with new skins, but it could mean a new model and a super weapon like a flamethrower. We could go there. We'd like to go there with sort of different weapons too.
Okay. Well, I think this is probably where we should stop, because I don't think I just don't think we're getting actually, hold on. I did see one. Steam Workshop, because I saw someone saying something about it earlier. We told you a while back that we're doing that.
Well,
that is in the place.
Hey, yes, we have a staff member. Many of us love mods, support mods, have done so much work to make sure mod support is working no matter what we do. That's part of our DNA. We're not against the modders. We're with the modders. We're for them. Just so you all know, we can't do everything that we want, but sometimes they can, and that's good.
Yeah, we have a roadmap that we are focused on. So I mean, it's good if they can add in different things, but the bandits y'all keep bringing up, we are working towards them, as we said just a minute ago, and that's we're going to try to stay focused on that as best as we can.
We are, just so you know, when we're reacting to feedback and we're changing our production plan, we are effectively delaying bandits. Just so you know. So when you request a lot of stuff and you come in numbers and you ask for it, and we say, all right, we're listening. We're going to do this. That costs us time. So, but if you want Storms to be better, you want progression to be better, then we're gonna commit that time to it, and we're gonna do our best to try to deliver bandits as well. But it will impact some of our staff.
Yeah. And bandits, we just really want to get right, so that's why it's just taking a little bit, because we have a lot of ambitious goals for it with a voxel game. So, we'll get there. And as we said earlier, what is it, 13 different ones? That was crazy.
So,
yeah.
I'm going to spoil something a little bit right now.
Oh, crap.
But don't worry. If you've been paying attention to the shirt I'm wearing, these shirts, a limited edition, will be coming to our merch store soon. This is the Mo Power shirt. It's got logos on the back, the sleeve. There's a hat too. And I'm going to spoil one other thing. The hat and shirt version, the almost exact version, are going to be Twitch drops in the game coming up soon. So, Lathan, you don't have to worry. I spoiled soon. Yeah. As well as some of the other in-game brands that y'all love. So, Working Stiff, Tools, Passing Gas. I can't remember what else.
Yep.
What else we do?
Okay. Well, I think that's it, everybody. I hope everybody enjoyed this. I hope you heard at least some answers you liked. And yeah, let's hopefully everybody got their hats too.
Stay tuned. Some of these features will be coming in fairly soon, patches, and some we'll be sprinkling patches that propagate a lot of the stuff we talked about between soon and as time permits. Oh,
and keep an eye out on our socials, because I'm probably going to run a rerun of this. Because we always have the time zone problem, where because we do it at this time, Europeans don't get to be a part of this, and they miss out on the hat, and we feel bad about that. We want everybody to be able to get the pimp hat. So we're probably gonna sometime this weekend. I'm gonna run it during the day. We'll definitely announce it before. So yeah, thanks everybody. Please stick around for just a minute. We're gonna raid out to someone, but I hope, like I said, I hope everybody got the answers they wanted, and
thank you all.
We'll see you next time. Bye everybody.
Thanks everybody.
Bye.
Okay. Let me turn this off in my head. Because I can still hear. Oh my gosh. Okay. Whoa. That was quick. That was not 3 hours. That was less than 45 minutes, because they took 10 minutes to go live. It's 9:50 my time, so we're talking a 40 minute stream. Okay, what do you guys think? Let me know in chat. I want to hear what you guys think. Aramis, hey. Okay, I just want to say, and I'm not trying to pick the first thing I don't like. I'm not trying to say that. I really didn't like when Rick said, hey, just to let you guys know, we have to delay bandits because you guys are asking for all of this stuff. Like, what? What was that? I'm sorry. Like, bandits is already delayed. We have no idea when we're getting bandits. And sorry, we asked for things that should be in the game. Like, what was that? That was kind of a little shot across the bow to the community a little bit. I thought Joel was amazing. It sounds like Joel is on board with a lot of these things. And I think Rick is too. I'm not trying to dog on Rick. I just really didn't like that comment. It was kind of like, well, I guess since you guys are asking for all this stuff, we're going to have to delay bandits. Bro, bandits was already delayed. I didn't like that at all. I'm sorry. I said, somebody said bandits 2032, right? The hat you have to watch on their stream, not on mine, by the way. I didn't really confirm about biome loot caps. Did anybody confirm about, I heard loot stage caps. I heard that. Is that what they mean by biome loot stage caps? Is that the same thing? Like, I'm guessing it is because of like a loot stage. But what I thought was like, I don't know. Maybe biome loot stage or loot caps are gone now. I don't know. It sounds like they're adding. I mean, they're switching up the biome badges. Okay, it sounds like they're making them more of a craftable item. It sounds like there's technically still a badge. It's just now we have to craft the badge, and it's going to look a little different. But it's still going to be at the top right. Both removed. Okay, thank you. I think I was typing or I was looking at something when they said that, so I must have missed it. Kitten Reed, thank you. So it sounds like the biome badges are kind of the. I mean, we're just crafting it now. It sounds like the storms are going to be a little less. And each biome is going to be progressively worse. Now we can go to whatever biome we want. So if we want to go straight to the wasteland, we can craft that badge, I guess, quote unquote, badge, not badge. I guess I'm going to call it that, badge, not badge. Bonuses are still in place. Okay. And now everything, instead of it being a smoothie, it's going to be more specific. Like the snow is going to be a stew. One of them is going to be an injection. Sounds like it. Was that the burnt biome? There's going to be an injection or something like that. I was really trying to follow chat, so I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this. But interesting. I don't know, man. I need to sit down and write down everything they said and actually what they're bringing. And Latham said, he also made the comment, all of this is on paper. Like we still have to, and all these are ideas. So this isn't something they're going to do by Monday. These are all ideas they're working on. Hey, thank you, Matthew. What does this say? 2 comments? Two replied comments. Okay. Thank you, Matthew, for that. Really appreciate that. What else did they say? Because it didn't sound, I mean, yeah, they're going to bring back armor dyes. They called them something else. Armor tints, I think is what they called them. They're going to bring back armor mods, insulation liner mods. We had all that in the game before. Somebody was saying fishing in chat. Did they say something about fishing? They're bringing back clothes. Okay, so clothes are coming back. Why did Latham look like he was being held hostage? Probably because he was. Probably because he was. Love the stream. Love it. Thank you. Thank you. And I do want to say thank you to the Fun Pimps for allowing us creators to restream this and co-stream this. They were very open about it. They're very on board with us streaming this on YouTube, especially because they do know that a lot of people don't watch Twitch, are not on Twitch. So they're very about that. They don't care. They let us copy the video and make a new video out of it. If we want, we can restream it. Third person. Yes. Thank you, Park. Third person. They're working on that. There's a new quest they're working on that is the demolition. So it sounds like you're going to go to a quest and you're going to activate it. And then you got to place demo charges throughout the POI. So it's probably like a restore power where you got to go into the POI, find a specific spot, place the demo charges, get out, and then detonate the charges. I saw somebody in the comments say, well, I don't like that because now the POI is gone, which is, yes, true. But I think if you would reactivate the quest, it should reactivate. Let's say you go there and do a fetch clear. When you activate it, it should reinstall the POI. But that is interesting. Let's say you do it at Deshong Tower. You destroyed Deshong Tower. You can't go back and reloot it. I don't know. Not that I'm complaining about that. I'm just saying it's an interesting. Possibly bigger backpacks. Thank you, Squatchy. Bigger backpacks. New crafting stations. Chicken coop. And beehive. Those are already in mods. I mean, literally, they just need to copy. Pay the artist and whoever coded them, pay them and just copy them in the game. I think most people would probably be happy with that if they just did that. Like, pay the person that made these. But I mean, they'll probably have their own person do it. But chicken coops and beehives. Sounds like it. Matthew, they should do mega hordes during the fixed storms to capitalize on the risk. Thank you for the super chat, by the way, too. On risk reward. I like it. I'm about to blow up Deshong Tower, ironically. Dubious Maximus, I just wanted to jump in and say I've been watching 7 Days to Die since the beginning with Neebs Gaming and Glock 9 and now ready to survive myself. By the way, thank you for honoring Thick 44. Awesome. Thank you. I think you might mean that towards the Fun Pimps, though. But thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much. The Fun Pimps have been the ones that honor him, and they do a really good job honoring Thick 44. So, one thing I've always kind of thought would be cool, I think would help with the game. What if there was a mega horde? Like, let's say, you have day 7, day 14, day 21, but what if every third horde was a mega horde? Like, it was just out of this world. I know consoles probably couldn't run it, but it was just non-stop, insane amount of overpowered zombies. It could be demolishers all night for all I care. But would that be cool? Because you could build a base and you're good, and you fight the hordes till day, whatever. What are we, 256 on the server? And it's fun. But what if they did implement a mega horde, every third horde? Something like that. Legendary weapons. Yeah, Squatchy. Thank you. They talked about adding later game weapons. Even PCs wouldn't be able to run the mega hordes. You're probably right, John. That's funny. Yeah, they talked about adding later. They didn't really go into very many detail, but basically more legendary weapons. And maybe it's something like, let's say you have the auto shotgun. Maybe there's an in-game auto shotgun. We already have the legendary tier 6 auto shotgun. Maybe there's a tier after that, something for Mad Max or something like that. Maybe that's what they mean. Bigger forges would be nice. More custom game options. They mentioned that. Maybe more difficulty sliders. Like I said, I think I said in my video, Alpha 21, they talked about adding a loot slider that let you, it's kind of like the XP slider. If you run 300% XP, it's going to be a faster game. So if you run 300% loot slider, not the loot amount, but your loot stage. If you do something like that, it's going to speed the game up, but you're going to find it's going to be a faster game. Maybe it's something like you want to play a quick game with your buddies or something like that. So, possible weapon degradation. Yeah. Like I said, I'm gonna have to go back and watch this. I was trying to keep up with chat and talk to you guys and tell jokes in chat. And the Duke is meant to be the primary antagonist in that half-baked story. I really think William Dafoe should be the Duke. That would be cool. I know we talked about that in chat. Wouldn't that be cool if William Dafoe was the Duke? I think William Dafoe needs to be in this game so bad. Weapons on vehicles would be sick. The 4x4 is set up for it for a turret right there. Chat's moving. I know, Shade. I'm trying. I was thinking even the character-specific items like Joel's sniper rifle, Jin's SMG, Hugh's M6. That would be cool. Yeah, each trader has their own gun. And I will say in the XML files right now, there is another trader, Trader Jimmy. Now, I think Trader Jimmy used to be in the game, and he might just be there as a holdover, they haven't deleted him yet. But there is maybe a hint that Trader Jimmy is going to make a return or be the 6th trader. The Behemoth is in the XML files. I thought he got deleted, and now he's back. So the Behemoth might be making a return of some sort. They didn't really mention any new zombies though, did they? I know they talked about reworking the Desert Spitter into more of a Native American style, which I think is really cool. I thought Trader Jimmy used to be in console. Was he not? What trader was in console that we don't have anymore? Yeah, Jimmy was on Legacy. There we go. Thank you, Rat Dog. Jimmy was on Legacy. So he might be making a return. I don't know. They are talking about changing up the Desert Spitter. They didn't say much about the Yeti, though, did they? Flamethrower would be cool. I would like that. Possibly a reason to fear the night. Yeah. Yeah, especially after you get decent weapons. Yeah, Jimmy was on Legacy. Bob, I think, replaced him. I think, unless Bob was in Legacy. I don't know. Legacy peeps, it's been a while since I played Legacy. But I do remember a Trader Jimmy. I swear. They're adding bandits instead of zombies. Well, bandits got delayed, though, because we asked for too many things. Jin took his compound. Okay. Now, was Jimmy in Alpha 16, Rat Dog? I don't really remember. They didn't say much about the traders being more random. They didn't say that. That sounds like Rect is still going to be in the forest. Changing the Yeti to more of a lumberjack. Okay. Yeah, Storms, it sounds like is just going to be maybe shorter storms, and maybe like the burnt biome will be a little less of a storm. Toby's gonna head out. All right, see ya. I know. I'm sorry, Kitten Ree. We have to stop asking for things, guys, because we're never gonna get the things we want in the game if we keep asking for things. If you guys heard Rick say that, we need to stop asking for things. So everybody, stop. Just stop asking for things. And then maybe we'll get bandits by 2032. But you guys have to stop asking for things. I can't, dude. I'm sorry. That is so out of touch, man. That was so out of touch. Jimmy had black stingy hair, tattoos, and a potty mouth. Oh, sounds like my family reunion. Reunion. I can't talk. My family reunion. Let's see. Yeah, 2 tiers of storms. I thought they said something about each biome was going to get a little harder. Like I remember Joel saying if the wasteland storm will be kind of like what it is right now. Like just you can't do anything. Yeah, reworking storms. Yep. Storms are no longer brewing. Storms, it should just be called storms fixing. How about storms fixing? Ask for something you don't want, so they'll give you something else you might want. I mean, at this point, do we need bandits? I mean, except if you were like a Kickstarter donator, which if anybody in here, was anybody in here part of the Kickstarter? I'd love to know. I need to go back. I think their page is still up on Kickstarter. I think there used to be. Storms Fixing 2.3. There we go, Phase Beast. Stage 1 will basically be pre-badge effects, and Stage 2 will be damaging storms, and as biome gets tougher, the storms do more damage. Okay. There you go, Jean. Storms rebalanced. Storms rebalancing. How about that? I like it. They said phase 1 and phase. Okay, so I missed the phase 1 and phase 2 then. Okay, thank you guys for filling me in on that. Storms peacefully. Oh man, that's great. You guys are awesome. Okay, Park's gonna head out. Thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna head out here in a little bit too. I'm gonna chat with you guys for a little bit longer. I'm enjoying this, and we don't get to do this very much. I know we did this the other night after my video went out, but okay, Neil was a Kickstarter. Oh, okay. Neil, I'm just curious, what other things were in the Kickstarter that they haven't delivered on? And I'm not trying to like go after the Fun Pimps. I'm just curious, like, I know bandits is the big thing, but were there other things in the Kickstarter that like this haven't been delivered on? And what did you get for being a Kickstarter? Like, did you get free access to the game? Like, did you get a copy of the game? I'm just curious. I wasn't part of the Kickstarter campaign, of course, but I was always just curious. I stayed up until 4 a.m. for the town hall, and it's 5 a.m. now. All right, Jean. Hey, let's get together again and do a collab again. I know you've been busy like heck playing mods and stuff, but let's get together and do something, man. I always enjoy gaming with you. So get some sleep over there on the other side of the world. Donkey's gonna call tonight. Expired food. Was that promised in the Kickstarter? They basically said we went a direction, it didn't work, so we're gonna fix some things. Fix some things or band-aids? What do you guys, how do you guys feel? Is this fixing things or is this more band-aids? How do you guys feel about this? I have hundreds of games, and this is the only one which has things taken out before new version. Yeah, I've been trying to think about things that were taken out of games. I was thinking about this before I went live. Early access and a non-Steam version. So a non-Steam version. So like an application almost. Interesting. Band-Aids. Corsair says Band-Aids. Band-Aids. Oh my God, chat is rolling like crazy. It didn't, I mean, Stavenstein, I hope I said your name right. It doesn't sound like a lot's going to change. I was trying to just think, I'm like, I don't want to say it quite yet. Band-Aids, Rat Dog. It doesn't sound like, I mean, it was like a 30-minute stream. Destiny 2. Okay. That's a good, what about Helldivers 2? I heard somebody mention Helldivers 2 the other day. Did Helldivers 2 remove a lot of content? I'm curious. Let me move my OBS over here so I'm actually like looking at you guys too. Did Helldivers 2 remove a bunch of content? I haven't played a lot of Helldivers 2. I've watched GNS videos on it, which are really, he does a really good job on that. No, Corsair, okay. Yeah, I can't think of anything that got, I mean, Sea of Thieves has gone through a ton of reworks, and like the initial release of Sea of Thieves was like 120 gigs. I think it's made it back to 120 gigs. And Sea of Thieves has had a couple things removed, but nothing on the stage of 7 Days to Die. Like nothing matching. Phase Beast, you want a Bigfoot for the, that's what I want. I want an actual Bigfoot for the forest biome. I think we really don't have a forest biome zombie, and he doesn't have to be an enemy. He can be like the hog that only attacks you if you attack him. Or if you attack an animal and he's nearby, he will then attack you. Kind of like a feral sense, maybe. Something like that. I think that'd be freaking sweet. You think they're on the right foot? I think so too. And I think Madden oh my God, Madden. That is the game that has removed so much. Oh my God, Madden. Is this the Madden for survival games? A peaceful Bigfoot. Yeah. He could even be a trader for all I care. You could go trade with him. Lorax? Yeah, we should get a Lorax. They should buy the rights to Lorax. They should buy the rights to Lorax. That'd be pretty good. I like that. And is this a way? I mean, I do know that the mixed reviews hurts sales. I do know that 2.0 sales were down. So I really like that protector of the forest, but leaves you alone as long as you are nature friendly around them. Yeah. And we all got to hunt. I mean, we got to hunt from time to time, but when you hunt, you got to worry about Bigfoot. So, and like I said, and a romance quest line for Bigfoot. I love it. I love it. That might make Squatchy play this game. Maybe. She might, if there's a romance quest for Bigfoot, she might play this game then, guys. Streamlabs tattled on me. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kitten. We're asking for stuff, guys. We got to stop again. Oh, someone made a highlight list? Ooh, thank you, Rob. Perfect. I will need that. I'm sure Guns, Nerds, and Steel and someone else is already working on a video for this, so I'm going to let them do it because I'll let them. I'm sure they're already working on it. Oh, the EA garbage was bad. Yeah, EA is bad. And what was trying to think. I know that the EA's had some bad launches. What was that one game? I can't even remember the name of not Destiny, but it was another game that launched and just tanked immediately. I can't remember it. Fallout New Vegas had a really bad launch and got reworked, but I don't think they took anything out though. Did they? I don't think they did. Yeah, so I guess what I'm worried about is, and Mia Valentine is, or I hope I said that right, is Anthem. Yes, Anthem. Ooh, you guys remember that game? Is pre-built, we'll make a video, yeah. Bigfoot, Big Mama. Yeah, I'm worried that they're just saying this to get out in front of PR and try to get their ratings back up. Not that anybody's going to run to Steam and give them a better rating now because they did this, but maybe they're trying to curve some of that. Like they're worried about some of the players leaving to go play other games now. Maybe something like that. I worry is like, I hope that their heart is still in this game. And I've said this before, if their heart is not in the game anymore, then sell it. They can probably sell this IP for millions of dollars to a bigger company. I mean, just throw a couple names out there like Sony, Microsoft, whoever's independent now. I'm just saying, and I'm not calling on the Fun Pimps to sell this game. I am not doing that. I'm just saying, if their heart is not in it anymore, and their heart is in other games now that they're working on, that's fine. That's okay. Just sell it. Let somebody else, kind of like what Minecraft did. You know, Minecraft got sold to Microsoft. Now the developer of Minecraft kind of started tanking the game a little bit. Maybe his heart was not in it anymore, but Minecraft is a good example of being sold to a bigger company. And we could debate Minecraft, if Minecraft got better or not. So yeah, I'm just saying like, yeah, if it went AAA, I don't want this game to go AAA because then it's going to be a DLC fest. Could you imagine if EA bought this? It would be DLC. All we would see across the screen is DLC. Buy this. Hey, here's a cooking pot, but you can have a better cooking pot for $1.99. You know, I mean, it'll be that. So I'm not wanting that. I'm just like, I just hope that their heart is still in this game because there are millions of players. Minecraft became microtransactional. And that's how people make money on these games. I mean, you buy Minecraft once for how much? $20, $30, $40. And then how do they keep making money on this game? You know, they can't get you to rebuy it unless you're the Fun Pimps. They can get you to rebuy the game, or Skyrim. You can buy the game for every single console, but gold-plated cooking pot. Oh man, I don't know. The DLC, launching the DLC pretty fast, it doesn't look good. It's scary. I hope they learned their lesson with that, but I don't know. I just worried that they know that this game they've sold as many copies as they can. Like they got some more people on board with 2.0. I've seen some people in the comments saying, hey, I just started playing this game on 2.0. There's still people buying it, but maybe they're seeing the game. They're seeing the end. So they know it's coming. So let's squeeze every little dollar out of this game they possibly can. I just hope it's not that. I'm not saying it is that. I just hope it's not that. But I mean, they got to make money. They got to pay their bills. They got to pay their employees. They got to pay insurance. They got to pay lawsuits. I'm sure. Not that I'm not saying they're getting sued, but it's just like insurance and stuff like that. You got to pay all that stuff. And it just racks up, So they got to make money. They got to keep making money somehow. So I'm sure Blood Moons is racking up the bills too. So I enjoy the skins, but I don't see other ways to monetize it. Yeah, I mean, that's the only way you can monetize this. If you become a pay to play, that's where the game will really go downhill. So you just have to really walk that line of being cosmetics only. And you do that by getting people to show off the skins in PvP in online worlds. And people are like, ooh, I really like that skin. I want it. That's what Fortnite is so good at. Fortnite, you're running around and you see a Master Chief or a Peter Griffin or a Darth Vader skin. You're like, oh my God, that's the skin I wanted for so long. I'm going to give Fortnite $10. So Fortnite does it so well. So yeah. They should add a crab. Mr. Krabs. They should add a crab to the game. Nothing about water. I didn't see anything about water. Sit and say hello before chat was kicking off 700. Did we make it up to 700? I saw we were in the 6s for a while. Did we clear 700? One of the most successful games ever only makes money from cosmetics. Dota 2. Blizzard does pretty well. Yep, Blizzard. We should add a crab. We need Bigfoots, we need crabs, we need fish. How about a shark? How about a land shark? Oh, we're asking for too much. Cecil, how was chat? What was chat like over there? I had it on my phone right here. How was chat on their stream? Was it pretty wild? It looked like it was flowing very fast. That's all I could tell. It looked like it was going extremely fast. A zombie rat. There you go. It's 750. Wow, Shade. I was at 720, Yoki. Holy crap. Wow. Yeah, that's pretty wild. And I tried to keep the ads down pretty low, so we already have the party girl. Chat on Twitch, and I liked Rick's suggestion of like slowing down chat. Like I mean, Latham was like, "We're not reading chat. We can't do this." Well, then just slow down chat and just pick out a comment here or there. Like, why can't you do that? I don't know. I don't get it. Like, it was like a 30-minute stream. Do a sleep stream. How about tornadoes? I see Sharknado, but what about tornadoes? We should do that. Oh, workshop modding. Yeah. Thank you for mentioning that. I forgot about the workshop, the Steam Workshop, which I have hardly any knowledge of what Steam Workshop actually is. So, what happened to my Twitch chat? Oh, there it is. A zombie mountain lion? That'd be cool. I like that. Stream showed some promise, but at some time it felt kind of half-assed. I can totally see that. And Rival on Twitch, I can totally see that. I think Joel. It seemed like Joel was really putting in some effort. Some of his answers were kind of short. Like Latham's like, "Hey, Joel, take it away," and he's like, "Ma, But, so I don't know. They did not want to read chat. I'm sure they didn't. I think Latham knew that. I think Latham knew they did not want to slow down chat. They've said before they will not go back to the learn by doing system. So I read on the forums. This is what I read on the forums. It was from one of the forums moderators. So he's not an employee of 7 Days to Die or of the Fun Pimps. He's a volunteer moderator. But he said that between alpha 16 and 18. So 17, if you want to say, but 16, parts of 17 and parts of 18 is where Joel kind of wanted to finish the game and then add in bandits and maybe, of course, the POIs. But that's where Joel, I guess, always envisioned this game. And that's according to the forums, according to a volunteer moderator. I don't know if that's true or not, but that's what's on the forums. So, like I said, don't know if that's true or not, but it was interesting reading that. So I think they rushed the stream for the main focus of what they wanted instead of our output. It's kind of like, hey, we're going to give you kind of what you want, but in our own little way, kind of like that. Yeah, they were not interested in reading people's questions at all. That was, yeah, and I was kind of surprised the length of the stream. I'm just kind of surprised. Funny because that's the era most players liked. Yeah, and that's kind of what the moderator was getting at, like that. Apparently, the Steam reviews went to mixed after looting zombies went away. After we stopped looting zombies, the reviews went down. And then loot bags started making a thing. Well, Alpha 19 or 20 raised the reviews back up to mostly positive or positive. And now they're back to mixed now. So 2.0 has brought it back down to where they removed looting from zombies. And that was a big thing. Lootable zombies, getting rid of that was a big deal. Definitely not saying that looting zombies is what tanked it. I think also the learn by doing system probably did that. I think getting rid of a lot of the building blocks that we used to have, the different upgrades did that. But that's kind of what, if you read the forum, I have been cruising the forums a lot the last few days, really trying to just look for anything, any hint what they were going to talk about tonight. So I've been cruising the forums and I've been reading a lot of this, and it's just interesting reading. A lot of it is, probably not factual because it's a lot of speculation. Which is better, 19 or 20? Ooh. I'm trying to remember Alpha 20. I'm trying to remember. What did Alpha 20 bring? It was a big alpha. It was big. I remember a lot of POIs. Which one brought Trader Quest? That was Alpha 17 or 18, I think. I remember I had the most, I think I played the game the most in Alpha 19. I played a butt ton of 19 and I had a blast. I remember horde bases would break a lot. I remember dying. That was the alpha. I remember dying on horde nights a lot. The zombies just seemed tankier. They did more block damage. We had more zombies back then. We had the Western zombie. Hey, FazeB, thank you. Thank you for that super chat. We had the, let me bring my alerts back. I'm sorry. I turned the sound off so I wouldn't interrupt the stream, but we had the cowboy zombie. We had the football player. It was a good mix. 19 was a good mix. I think 19 was also when they really improved the lighting, I believe, and the game looked better in Alpha 19. It just was brighter. The grass moved. There was just 18 was a very dark game. It looked a lot like Legacy. It was like, what we have now, but it looked like Legacy. But gore blocks, oh yeah, lots of gore blocks in the game. I remember that too. So, I mean, overall, I guess our feelings, it sounds like, are we cautiously optimistic? Is that what we're feeling? Or was this not enough? Was what they did, was that not enough? Was it too short of a stream? Did they not address chat? Was Rick's comments there towards the end a little a little too abrasive? What do you guys think? Or are we cautiously optimistic as long as the time frame is good? Like, as long as they aren't just talking and then we're going to wait another year for these updates to come out. How are you guys feeling on this? Like, what's the overall consensus of this? They do have like a million building blocks now. Yeah, they really do. And what I was talking about was the upgrade. Like, we used to be able to upgrade to iron and reinforced iron. Then we can upgrade to wet concrete and then harder concrete and then steel and then reinforced steel. We used to be able to do all that. So let's see. I feel like TFP has issues going on, or they are just lazy. The game is slowly falling apart. Cowboy was gone in 18. Okay. He was gone in 18. Yeah. So if you want to, Bobby, this video's after I go, you can go back and watch this video. I streamed the town hall on this video. So if you go back to the beginning, you'll see the town hall. This will also be up on my channel too, if you want to go watch it, or you can go. Yeah, I don't think you can watch it on Prime's page on Twitch. He makes them members only. So just go back to the beginning of this video, or just wait. I'm gonna be done here in a minute, and then you can just watch the VOD. I cautiously optimistic as long as they don't go Todd Howard. Oh, that's a good reference. Bethesda. I miss being able to make, that's Bethesda. Yeah, that's Bethesda. Yeah. Make a mold for gun parts and having a sniper rifle production. Like you said earlier, hope for the best and expect the worst. In other words, I can hear them saying, but actions speak louder. Yep. If they were longer, they would have said something they regretted. Probably. And I think that's what Latham tries to do. I think Latham tries to keep Rick in check a little bit, because Rick has let a lot of things slip over the years that's kind of burned the Fun Pips a few times. I absolutely heard they said at least 80% of what they're saying was ideas. Exactly. And Latham said that. He goes, a lot of this stuff is on paper and it's ideas. So it's not something that, and some of it is going to be in the code. They just need to go back and rework it or re-implement it. I don't believe words with them, just actions. Exactly. I like that. I don't have much confidence in the devs at this point. They're really going to have to swing things around to bring me back. I think that's the sentiment of a lot of people. I want them to listen. That's a good one, Phase Beast. You know, we got to listen to them. Why don't they listen to us? Yeah, action speaks louder than words. I've been playing since Alpha 4. Man, what was in Alpha 4? Wow. Trying to remember, traders were introduced in Alpha 12. 12 was it 12? What, and the mini bike was in? Maybe that was 12. Traders were 8. Maybe, I don't remember. That it's been ever besides the critical mistakes they made. Okay, I've been playing since Alpha 4. I think the game is better besides the critical mistakes they made to lessen the sandbox. Yeah, I think they suck. I love Alpha 16. Midas. I think Alpha 16 is the golden alpha, and it sounds like Joel, according to the forums, might kind of feel the same way. I didn't like the response about delaying 3.0 to fix 2.0. They should have gotten this correct the first time. I agree. Peppa Pig. Love the name, by the way. Yep. Streams are on my channel. So if you go to my YouTube page, go to live, and this stream will be there. As soon as I'm done, you'll be able to go watch it. You don't have to be a member to watch it. You can just go watch it. Respect to Jawoodle. Yes. I think big, they didn't mention him very much. I heard chat was mentioning Jawoodle a lot. Again, I really didn't like Rick's comment. We have to delay bandits because you guys keep asking for things. Yeah, I didn't like that a lot. That really, you want to talk about building a wall between you and the community, a wall that's already there. You're just putting more bricks on top of the wall and making it taller and making it thicker. Those are the comments that do that kind of stuff. You know, it's called feedback for a reason. Like Retail Sales 101 tells you, and I think Jawoodle mentioned this too. Jawoodle's video was great, by the way. Customers are always right. I mean, you don't have, unless you have a way of generating money through 7 Days to Die, somehow, what did Squatchy say? Nothing was guaranteed. I mean, the only way you get money is people buying your game and buying your DLC. So, and the way you sell more copies is by listening to feedback and making the game what people want. You don't make it what you want and force people to buy it. You've seen that over and over with different games over the years. So saying we're not going to give you what you want in the end because of your feedback, like, I don't know, man. I'm just trying to wrap my head around that. That's like saying, I don't know. How would I even like wrap my head around that? That'd be like going to Walmart and saying, hey, we really want this particular brand. We really want this particular brand of bananas. Like, we want this. Like we want this, and then Walmart's like, well, you can't have that because you've been asking for all this other stuff. So we're going to delay the bananas because you want all the, I don't even know. That's not even a good example. Oh man, I don't know. Maybe I'm just, hooked on that for some reason, but I think that line might stick with the community for a long time. I don't know. I just feel like that was not the greatest line. I need to go back and watch Latham's face when he said that. I need to go back. I might go watch the stream again. And Richard said the truth. Yeah, Richard says the truth a lot. That's the problem. I need to go back and watch Latham's face when he said that, because Latham's face sometimes gives some things away, like, oh crap. Maybe they shouldn't do these live anymore. Maybe they should record these so they can edit out what Rick says, and it'll just be Joel talking, and then Rick's like, and then they go back to Joel, and then Rick's like, but there's something, and then they go back to Joel, and oh man. And that's the thing. Goopy Glue, everybody knows Bandits is delayed. Like, we all know that. The whole timeline, the whole what is that timeline they gave us? The whole thing's been delayed because 2.0 has been delayed. So and as for me, I could care less about Bandits. I really could. I think when we finally get Bandits, I think it's going to be something cool. And then we're going to like, okay, let's keep playing the game. Like, I mean, I've played mods that have Bandits and they're cool. You usually go up to them, you try to hire them, or they try to kill you, you kill them, and you move on. I mean, they're cool. It's not as big a deal to me as some people make it out. I think some people get stuck on they have promised this and it just hasn't come out yet. But yeah. So I don't know. Hey, Pocket Ninja, welcome in. So I don't know. It's just the Bandits thing isn't as big for me, really. So how does everybody feel about Bandits? Is it something you guys really want to see in the game, or is it something that you guys are okay? Or like, hey, fix these other things, add the things that we want, and we're okay with Bandits being like put off a little bit. Like, how do you guys feel about Bandits? I'm just curious. Bandits in the next alpha has been the sentiment for a half a decade. I think bosses would be better than Bandits, like maybe the Behemoth, maybe? Every time somebody says, don't buy a shirt, I'm going to buy another shirt. That sounds like me. That's how I am. That's funny. How are you tonight, Pocket Ninja? I feel like there is a way to implement the learn by doing system back in a while. Also keeping the book system. Am I alone in this? I feel like there's a way to implement the learn by doing system back. I think there is. I mean, like, just an example, like Medieval Dynasty, you don't so much get better at cutting down trees, but cutting down trees unlocks the ability to put points into different trees. So it's kind of like a learn by doing thing. Like, you get better at surviving by surviving. So you can put points into surviving. You get better at extracting by extracting, and then you can put points into extracting. So that's kind of a learn by doing system that a game uses. Is it perfect? No. It's just maybe an example of like a action skill. So, hey, melee damage, welcome in. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with chat. I think it will change the whole aspect of the game. It won't be the same. And that's bandits. I think you're talking about Pocket, right? And maybe it will. Maybe it will. And I know Rick kind of touched on like the whole reason they're doing biome progression is for bandits. I believe that's what he said. So if that is true, that will probably really change. I could see that really changing. Yeah. So keep the language PG. Yes. PG language, please. We do have little eyes and ears in here. If you guys could do that, that'd be amazing. Bandits with an option to rule the clan with an... Ooh, I think you're on it, Keegan. Ben Keegan. What if you could hire a bunch of bandits and form your own clan of bandits? I like that. I like that. The only mod I've seen was a hybrid of learn by doing. Gray's Prophecy does a learn by doing thing. A couple other mods do too. Thank you for the follow. You can only complete the game when you kill the Duke. Yeah. We got to kill the Duke. Oh, thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Am I getting a raid or something? Why am I getting where to watch the dev stream? They usually should put a VOD up on their YouTube channel, I think. If you so, or it'll be up on mine. Watch it wherever you want. They already did the stream. Yeah, it was about 40 minutes long. It was a quick stream. It was a quick stream. It was in and out. Excited for the new workstations? Yeah, the new workstations sound pretty cool.
Spartans! Prepare for glory!
I like the idea of having the chicken coop and the beehive in vanilla. I think that's going to be awesome. Like I said, a lot of mods already do that, but the PFP are treating the game like a child. They govern like their life depends on it. I mean, technically, it kind of does. I mean, this is their job. This is their life. But yeah, I get what you're saying, though. Bethesda's drop learn by doing, and nobody ever gets mad at them. When did they drop learn by? I'm trying to think. Was it Skyrim drop learn by doing? Was that what dropped it? Call Me Camp. Yeah, the stream is done. If you guys want to go watch it, you can watch it on my live section, or the TFP, the Fun Pimps, may go and drop a live, also a VOD, but you can watch it on mine too. Grace Prophecy is as close to all things Alpha 16, including Learn by Doing. Yeah, Grace Prophecy was right on Alpha 16, like right on Alpha 16 with a lot of different additions. I did a pretty long series in Grace Prophecy and 1.0, and I had a blast with it. It's a pretty fun mod. Kind of gets frustrating sometimes when you're trying to like unlock the motorcycle and you got to go take apart like literally 40 cars to unlock the freaking motorcycle. But yeah. Skyrim's learned by doing. I thought Skyrim was learned by doing. That's what I'm trying to figure out. When did Bethesda take out learn by doing then? What was the last Bethesda game? A Bethesda Studios game that they put out? I guess, what was that? Starfield was the last one they put out. I don't remember. I didn't play a lot of Starfield. It just got overdone. And I'm not saying it's a bad game, but I just didn't play a lot of it. Did Starfield have learn by doing? I really don't remember, to be honest. Do you think mods will come to console? According to the devs, no. And a lot of that is the limitations of the Xbox Series S. and just limitations on Starfield, limitations of consoles. The way I understand it, this limitation of consoles is going to be very hard to run mods for this game. So my knowledge of all of that is very little. So me trying to explain why mods don't work on consoles is going to be very hard. I just know it doesn't work. And I have always been told that it just will not work at all. Like there's just 0% chance. They have hinted at consoles possibly being able to join dedicated servers that have mods on their streams before, but I think that's still a far stretch. I think like a Darkness Falls mod or like a Ravenhurst mod or a Rebirth, I don't think consoles will be able to run that. It might have to be more of like XML mods or something. But like I said, we don't even have that right now. I don't know that we'll ever have that either. I don't know. So, and who knows? Maybe the next gens that they're working on will be able to do something. I have no idea. Like I said, my knowledge in that department is very low. So, Oblivion Remastered and Starfield. Oblivion Remastered, I thought had action skills. I swear. But I could be wrong. I could totally be wrong. You still owe us a live finale of Grays, including bringing in all the cool legacy and late game things. I know. And 2.0 kind of like stole the thunder there, but yeah, you're right. I didn't bring that. We definitely because the architecture of the file structure on console is still quite a bit different than architecture of PC. There you go. That's a very good way to explain it. And I think that's why the devs, like the Fun Pimps, have hired like what's the Australian team that did the console port of this last release? I mean, that's why they hired another company to do it, because it's just so much. So, all right, guys. Oh, what was your overall thought of the stream, Spartan? I wish it was longer. It felt like it was a little rushed to get off. I mean, we started after 9, so we started at 9:05, 9:10. We were done by 9:40. They didn't cover any of the chat questions, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing, because chat was going absolutely nuts. Rick did say, hey, we could slow down chat maybe and pick out a couple questions. I think they could have maybe just done that for 20 minutes. Maybe. Let me see. I think it seems like they were receptive to feedback, especially Joel. It kind of sounded like it. It sounded like they're trying to listen to feedback. I think there is, like Melee is saying, there's some good stuff coming. There's some good ideas. I think they're I'd love to know their time frame. I'd love to know when they're going to implement this stuff. I didn't like Rick's comment very much about, if, since you guys were asking for all this stuff, we're going to delay Bandits. I just didn't like the way that was executed very well. I don't know. I guess I need to think on it before I really issue a verdict. I think that it should have been longer. I think it should have been longer. The devs should have. Oh, there you go, Goopy. Why don't the devs? They did an interview with Guns, Nerds, and Steel. Why don't they let Jawoodle interview them? There you go. Let Jawoodle interview the devs. They let Guns, Nerds, and Steel do a video. That was not a live, was it? That was not live. Yeah. There you go. So yeah, I don't know. I wish it was longer. I think they needed to put some more stuff in there. Felt a bit rushed. So, I don't know. I didn't like when he said you weren't paying attention. I must have missed that. Somebody else said that in chat. You weren't paying attention. I need to go back and watch that. I must have missed that. I totally must have missed that. So, and you guys got to remember, like, this is my most favorite game of all time. Like, this is it. Like, this, I have never played a game longer or more than this game. So, I love this game. I still have fun with 2.0. I'm still having fun. Am I having as much fun as I did 2-3 alphas ago? No. Am I having as much fun as I do with mods? No, I'm not. So I still love this game. And I'm happy the devs did something like this, but I don't know. I don't know that it was enough. It just, it was kind of like, hey, we need to calm down calm down the crowd. Let's just tell them what we have planned. And maybe that'll calm them down a little bit. And, you know, Latham did say that a lot of the stuff is on paper. A lot of the stuff is ideas. So, yeah. I don't know, man. I guess, what's the word? I'm not happy, but I'm not mad. I guess I'm indifferent, I guess. And I need to go back and rewatch it. Shade, I need to go back and rewatch it. I was trying to keep up with chat and trying to talk to you guys and trying to watch their chat a little bit too, and my chat. So I need to go back and rewatch it too. I want to see some of the facial reactions from Latham a little bit too. So yeah, I don't know. I kind of reserve my right now, I guess. Sounded like the plans for the updates are soon, probably within the next couple months, 6 months. Okay. You're definitely more the upset side. Okay, so just everybody, before I log off, there might be a dev in here watching. So in chat, are you happy with the stream? Not happy about the stream, or indifferent? Just sound off, everybody in chat. Happy, not happy, indifferent about the stream. Love, just type it out. Just put them all out. I want to see it. So, did the town hall stream already take place? Yeah, the town hall stream is done. It is done. But Latham was doing Morse code. 50-50. Okay. No. Okay. And let me pull up Twitch too. I have Twitch over here. Hopeful. Okay. Hopeful. The Sassy Jazzy. I like that name. It's a reaction stream. Too hard to say. Not happy, indifferent, 50-50, not happy, unhappy. Let's see. Not happy, no, 50-50, not happy, indifferent. I'm indifferent. I like the action to prove, so actions speak louder than words. Overall, to be honest, I'm happy to think about how many people have just walked away from the game and left it as is. They're at least making an effort. Okay, I like that, Optimus Primus. They're making an effort. Appreciative and hopeful, Squatchy. Uncertain, unsure, not happy. Pretend I'm from Missouri. Show me. Cecil. Cecil, man, my Missouri. He knows where I live. I do live in the show me state, so you got to show us something. 70-30, happy, unhappy. Okay. Undecided, indifferent. Derek, the stream is done. The town hall is done. Uncertain. I'm okay with it. Arc has mod support on console, so I don't buy console limitations. I mean, Voodoo Roll, I'm in the same boat as you. I don't understand it. I would think these other games that can do mod support can do it. I don't know. I don't know enough to like call out the devs on something like that. Happy was quick and to the point. Okay, I like that. It was, I will say, they stayed on track. They stayed on track. They didn't get distracted by chat. They stayed on chat. They stayed on track. Okay. All right. Rob did a poll in his stream and it was 50-50. Okay. I think it's about where we're at now. 60-40, 60-40. I tell you what, let's do a YouTube poll. I can do that. How do it's been a while since I've done a YouTube poll. I think I got to be on YouTube to actually do that. Let's do. I can remember how to do this. Start a poll. Okay. Were you happy with the dev stream? Let's happy with what the devs had to say. How about that? We'll say yes, no. And I'm going to add another one. I'm going to go 50. That might be the one right there. I probably shouldn't add that, but okay. I just started a poll on YouTube. There you go. Everybody vote. Everybody vote. There you go. And you're welcome to sound off in chat as to why. Whoops. I don't know what just happened. I screwed up my chat somehow. Oh man, I lost my chat. No. There we go. Okay. I got this dang poll blocking my view here. I'll just go over here and watch. Okay. Squatchy, thank you for all you do. Hillbilly Heaton, let's see. I'm rewatching the stream now. 1 hour, 40 minutes. 1 hour and 40 minutes. You might be thinking of mine, actually. I think mine's 1 hour and 40 minutes. The dev stream, the actual dev stream was like 40 minutes. Mine's probably a lot longer because I yap a lot. We need a roadmap. Give us some info on that. They don't have the VODs because they edit them. Well, you can go back and watch mine, but you're going to have to watch me yap for a little bit. I wanted a lot more questions. Okay. Overall, to be honest, I'm happy to think about how many people. Okay, I'm caught up on chat. Okay, I'm caught up. Yes, that's because Fubar Prime, I think you have to be a member on Twitch to watch it, but you can go watch it on mine. So I'll leave mine up. Town Hall tends to imply some sort of participation from people, and it really wasn't. But I think they can skirt by because it was solely due to feedback. And I kind of agree with that. Town Hall is like, when I think of a town hall, I think of like interaction back and forth. And it kind of was because they're going off feedback where they got somewhere, Reddit or something like that. Feel your pain about jars. Everyone claimed the game was dead. Can I do a poll on Twitch too? Let me see if I can do a poll on Twitch. Twitch, sound off on Twitch. I know there's some people watching on Twitch. Let me see if I can do a poll on Twitch real quick. You guys keep voting. We have 93 votes. Keep on voting. Let's see here real quick. Why can't I see chat? Let me see if I can do one on Twitch too. No idea. I'm more of a YouTube person than Twitch, but I'm just going to see. There is a way to do one. I just don't know how. Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna lose a bunch of sleep over it. I'll do some research on that instead of letting you guys see me struggle. 99 votes. We'll give it a couple more minutes, and then I'll close it out. Do a poll without 50-50. Okay. I can do that. I don't care. It was not a town hall. Okay. Learn by doing. Yep. I think a lot of people echo that sentiment. I think a lot of people echo that. Thank you for the follow. I don't know why that's so big. The follow. Make that a little smaller, I guess. Covers up my pretty mug. Yeah, and I get the chat too. I get the chat being too crazy. So wear a Bigfoot costume. If I had one, I would totally wear one. So, all right, I'll give this vote. You got just like 30 seconds left to vote. I'm going to close the poll. Does this say... I'm curious. Does it say the results? So right now, 50-50 is 58%. Yes is 21 and no is 21. So 50-50 right now. So, okay. That's actually better than I thought it would be, to be honest. That's actually better. I figured there'd be more no's. I just said that and everybody's voting no now. Everybody's changing their vote real quick. Okay, I'm going to end it. Okay, so were you happy with what the devs said? There it is. 56 said 50-50. 22 said no. 20 said yes. So the least chosen was yes. Donate to Spartan so I can dance in a squatchy costume in the background. You know what? YouTube has goals. And I could do a goal. Okay, so I need to figure out, I need to get with Squatchy and figure out the goal that we need for her to dress up as a Bigfoot costume and dance in the background. I'm going to be honest, the vibe check I got when watching the stream screams in my gut that the lead dev is a major problem and Joel wants the game to be good, but is kind of fed up with this. Dad, do you mean Rick, the lead dev? Is that what you mean? If you like something, don't worry, it'll change. If you don't like something, don't worry, it will change. Hey, Black Russian, how long you been here? You been lurking in the background? Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of streams criticizing the stream, and I will say, I'm just gonna say this: kudos to them for doing this. I don't know a lot of other devs that would do something like this. I know there's a lot of smaller devs out there, like The Infected was one person. Phasmophobia was a 2-person team. Now they're like a 20-person team. There are other devs that have done things like this. Sammy Hagar. But, I mean, they're a 50-employee team now. So, kudos to them for doing this. I just want to say that. For doing this, whether it was short, whether there were some comments made in there that was kind of interesting, but just kudos for them to doing that. I'd love to know where they got all the feedback from. Was it just Jawoodle's video? Was it forum comments? Was it Reddit? I know they said at the beginning where they got them all from, but so just kudos to them for doing that. They did not have to do that. Now, if the ratings may have kept tanking if they didn't do something like this. Who knows? I don't know. No, Fubar Prime is the guy that was on the far left of the stream. He's the bald guy that was wearing the pimp hat. That's Fubar Prime. In the middle was Rick. He's a co-founder, Rick Hunick. And on the far right was Joel Hunick. They are brothers. They co-founded the Fun Pimps. And the story is they came up with the idea of 7 Days to Die at a Thanksgiving dinner. They started writing it out on paper right there. And they started working on the game almost immediately. That's the story. So on the far left is Latham. He is the lead developer, I guess, if that's what you want to call him. He was brought on later on. I don't know when they brought him on. I think he's been around for a little while. Third person was mentioned too. They did not talk about how stealth sucks and the lack of stealth. They did not talk about that. Yeah, the far left is a senior developer, Latham Prime. So, or Latham Meadows. Is that his name? I've met him in person. I've met him in person twice. I've met Rick in person. I've never met Joel. I've met a handful of the developers. And a lot of them were just fans of the game. A lot of these guys were fans of 7 Days to Die. They played and they started like doing bug fixes in the background. Like they started submitting bug reports and they were like, hey, can you fix this? And they're like, yeah, okay. And then they started fixing it. And then they started hiring these people that were fans of the game that knew how to fix things. So that's how they've hired some of them. So yeah. Yeah, Senior Dev was his title. Okay. So rewatch the stream on Spartans to watch the town hall. He restreamed it live here on YouTube. Yes. So basically, if you have not watched the town hall, you can go back to the very beginning of this video. You can watch me yap for about 15 minutes, and then the town hall starts. You can watch the town hall in its entirety, and then you can get back to me yapping and watch me yap for another 30 minutes or an hour. So the town hall video is in this video. Just go back. This is my reaction. It's just going on for a lot longer than I had planned, mainly because you guys are hanging out with me. So this is awesome. So yeah, you can watch the entire town hall on my channel. If you guys want, I can try to edit it down into just the town hall video and put that out too if you want. So yeah, they always take their VODs down from Twitch, Liam. I think you got to be a member of Prime to watch them. So their office is in your town. Okay. And I do know a lot of their developers are remote all over the US, but I think, yeah, they do have an office, don't they? So, well, guys, I think for me, it's late. I think I'm going to hop off and kind of think about this. And maybe I'll do another reaction video after I go rewatch this a couple times. I've kind of given you my gut reaction. I'm hopeful for the changes they're going to make. So, oh, you're a Prime member and the VODs are not there, so you just can't see them at all then. Okay. That's interesting. They will post their VOD on YouTube. So, hopeful. I think I was kind of left maybe wanting more, maybe. But hopeful. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you guys for hanging out with me, and thank you for choosing to watch the stream over here on YouTube with me and hanging out and making this a lot of fun and listening to me yap for another hour after the VOD, literally going around in circles. And you guys are awesome. And we'll do more of these. If I get permission to do these, I'll do more of these when they do the dev streams. So yeah. And all right. I'm going to log off. I'm done yapping. Sorry, guys. Got to find somebody else to yap.